There, that's a little better. Have the sun shining in, you know. Oh, okay, so I just wanted, because I'm not going to go live after work tonight. So I just wanted to give a quick review of Wall-E. I watched that this morning, and actually I put it on last night and kind of fell asleep to it. But that is just such a cute, cute movie. Switch this over to live chat. There we go. Let me put an emoji. There we go. I'll get a couple of keys in there. Okay, so if you've never seen Wall-E before, all right, here's the cover of it. Cover of it. So this here is Wall-E, of course, and that's Eva. And this is the cleaner guy. And that's just a star. So yeah, apparently in this movie, the earth became so immersed in garbage that they had to live on a spaceship. So they were there like over 700 years. And everybody was just getting fatter and fatter. The machines were doing all the work. And I was like, couldn't help think on some of it. That's how the Democrats and socialists want it. You know, they want the people to depend on the government for everything. Hi, Deanna. I'm talking about Wall-E. And so, you know, the autopilot, he was kind of like the Democrats and socialists. No, we're going to take care of you. You stay on track. Yeah, global warming. That too as well. I don't know if the Democrats and socialists definitely are promoting that. This movie, I don't know. It was really cute. Everybody should see Wall-E. I've seen it a few times. It's just a really cute movie. But yeah, a lot of it in there reminded me of the Democrats and socialists. And, you know, the captain finally said, and President Trump is captain, okay? He's like, I'm the captain of this ship. We're going home. And so they ended up going back. But it's just a really super cute movie. I like it. On this one, I just happened to notice a lot of the things that the Democrats and socialists wants, like all those machines, and plus with AI, artificial intelligence coming in, it's like the machines were thinking for the people. At one point, you know, everybody had a screen up in front of them, talking to the next person to them instead of actually talking. And when one person's got knocked off accidentally by Wall-E, she was like, whoa, what's all this? I didn't know we had a pool. So it was just kind of like, nothing to see over here. Keep them blinders on so you don't see what's going on around you, you know. So, yeah, I think there is a lot of messaging in movies. Oh, man. Especially with the AI coming around. It's like they want the artificial intelligence to take care of everything, and us be lazy and just take money that they give us. We don't need to work for it. We can just be bums. So I don't know. That's just kind of what it made me think of a little bit. Look how bright it is, Deanna. Too bad you can't see out there. A lot nicer today. But yeah, whenever like they were going out in orbit, there was like so much space junk that it looked like a cloud of dust around the earth when it was just like satellites and all of that. But oh man, I thought if people, with recycling and everything, there should not be that much junk. And hopefully this earth will never become that, and we won't ever have to go on a spaceship and live in outer space. Ooh, you're warming up. That must, be a heat wave for you, Deanna. Ooh, man, every time you mention how cold it is there, I remember the time it was with the wind chill, it felt like it was 75 degrees below zero. And I could not even put 2 gallons of gas, or $2 worth of gas actually, in my car, because it was just, my lungs were freezing every time I would take a breath. And I was like, this is good enough, I'm going. So, like, I'll say probably $2 is what I put in there. So I don't know. But I'm like so thrown off with having to go in at 3 o'clock that my day should be halfway over now. So whenever I get to work at 3, I'll be like ready to take a nap. Oh man. But I have really, really good bosses, and I really like them a lot. And no, I'm not being a kiss butt. They're really nice people. So they never take days off. They always come in and like close for the one girl, because they never taught her how to close the drawer and stuff like that. And so I told them that she's doing, the girl that normally works evenings is doing my shift, because I was supposed to be off this weekend. And so I just told the bosses, don't bother putting me back on my normal shift this weekend. You guys can just have a real weekend off and go do something or whatever. And so they were like, are you sure? I'm like, yes. They're really good people, and I do not mind at all doing that for them, because, they treat me very well. And they show me a lot of respect, and so I really respect them as well. I know that's what everybody says. It makes me feel good to do stuff like that too. That's why I don't mind doing this once in a while, because they're very nice people, and they deserve a day off too. They're not crappy bosses, and think they're all bad. They're regular people, and they treat you regular. They don't think they're better than you. And there's some stuff, in other words, this is stuff that you would think this is what the employees need to be doing. Like some deep cleaning on coolers, like taking everything out, using bleach and cleaning and stuff. And they do that themselves. And so I thought, ooh, Deanna, yum. You're on an early start. You probably have it year round though, with having a greenhouse. But so yeah, they will do all the hard, I mean, it's not hard, but they'll do the stuff that, in my opinion, I think that's for employees to do. So, they don't think like that. They think everybody does their share, even them. And I think that's just so awesome. I've never had any bosses like that. They don't put themselves above you. They put you equal. And I think that is pretty darn cool. Hey, Deanna, have you ever seen one of those? They're, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of them, but they're real flimsy, and they almost feel like not flannel, but felt, but it's a giant pot. And I mean, you can get them in different size, but it's so you can grow potatoes and stuff like that in them. Those are really cool, and I cannot think of what that thing is called. But you can grow stuff like that in those. I know people that grow weed in those, but they're like supposed to be for oh, nice. Yeah. What are those called? Because I cannot think. Um, it's for like potatoes and carrots and stuff like that. I had to see it for myself, and I thought, how could that thing so flimsy? And I don't think it even water comes out of it whenever you put water in it. Like it doesn't drain out of the sides or anything. But yeah, those are pretty cool. I keep telling people, I suggest those to people. I should use it myself, but I really don't have anywhere to grow anything here. I mean, there's a garden out there, but that thing takes a lot of work. I could do that. Maybe I'll try and grow some tomatoes this spring. So it's like the day after Mother's Day is when you can start planting flowers and having stuff outside, right? I don't know about your neck of the woods, Deanna, because you're almost like Alaska there. I'm teasing you. But yeah. Oh, you know what? I had one of those. Okay. Yep, that makes sense. I always get reminded, but there's like days like right now I could put my plant. See if you can see it. Can't. Here's my plant. It gets really pretty, very pretty pink lilies, and they're probably about that big around. I mean, for like when they're completely opened, about like that. But these are like let's see, Randon's great grandmother had this plant. So it's like a really old, not just that. Let me fix this. I just took some of the bulbs and put them in that. Oh man, I'll have to see if I've even posted any of those on MeWe or not. But it's like really bright pink, and it's like, oh, let's see. Well, brighter than that pink, that dark pink, but brighter. I don't know. But it is really pretty. I always get excited whenever I see a red stem come up. I know there's a flower going to be there. But the last one I got on here was in November. So I'll definitely look up and see if I can find, I don't know. I mean, I know it belonged to my son's great grandmother. So it's like really old. And I don't know how old she would have been. Let's see. Over 100 years old. And like these are both original. And Randon's dad would every fall put them in the basement and just let them go dormant. And whenever I transplanted some of the bulbs into this, I just let it stay in the sun all the time and would get flowers like when you wouldn't expect them. Like November was the last flower I got off of that. So that's pretty cool. I'll have to look up and see what rain lilies look like, because I know tiger lilies are so pretty. Let me look it up real quick. Let's see. Yeah, I think it is actually, Deanna. I think it is a rain lily because it looks like that. So good job, woman. You know your stuff. That's awesome. I'm drinking a triple cola today. 50 cola a little better, but I love working in a soda place. I can try all this stuff out. When we're getting ready to get rid of like one of them because it's just not selling or whatever, then I can take as many as I want. So I brought me a case of different kinds of sodas home. Some of them were about to expire, and so I mean they're still good actually after the expiration date, but you know you just can't sell that in the store. Nobody wants expired stuff, but they're still good. This one's still good, but I think we're just not going to have it because it just doesn't sell. But yeah, the rain lily. I'll have to tell Gary that's what kind of lily it is. Then there was some. They didn't last though, and I think they were just planted in the wrong place, and then Gary didn't dig them up right. But they were big white lilies, not Easter lilies, but something else. Yeah, my girlfriend of mine gave me some. Yeah, but they're so pretty. I love them. I did plant. You know how you get the Easter lilies at the grocery store or wherever? And I planted mine out in the garden, and it came back the next year. So I was surprised that I didn't think it would. For some reason, I just didn't. But it did. It came back. And I'll have to show that to, well, that's not as a big a deal as the pink one is, but I don't know. I'm ready to go to work right now, but it's way too early. You know, maybe I'll go in a half an hour early and just get that extra half an hour and let the girl go. I better not mention her name. She'll be like, Sonia, I didn't tell you could do that. So, yeah, I did have like a whole bunch of plants here, you know, because I love plants. Flowers and stuff like that to be surrounding in my house, but it's just so small here. You know, in the summertime it's great because I can keep them right on the front porch, and you know they were just far enough away where the elk and deer wouldn't eat them. So but in the wintertime there's just no space in here at all, so I decided I'll just keep the one and just deal with that one until I find a bigger place, get a bigger place or whatever. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. What are you going to do the rest of the day, Deanna? Play in your greenhouse? That's exciting watching this stuff grow. You know, my landlord's got a greenhouse, but I don't want to go and say, can I grow some veggies in here? You know, because it's like, even though it's this close and it's so tempting, you do have to still stay separated from. That's probably why he gave up on that garden and built a greenhouse so I could have my own space. Plant those peppers and make a handle for hubby's depth finder bag. That should be fun. I'll show you the bag I made for my computer. But I keep all my paperwork in it. It's like about 5 years old, but it's got a little handle in it. And I'll show you the good side. So this, I'm not sure what kind of material this was for, honestly. Maybe curtains or something. But it had this hole already in there, and I decided that would be a great place to tie a good knot and make it into a handle. So it's been holding up pretty good. If I'm going to take my computer like I did the night on Tuesday and took it down to the valley, then I dump everything out, put my computer in that. Like, that's what I made it for. But I should make another one. And I've got a sewing machine right here. But there is just not enough space to do anything in here. So if I need to sew anything that's a must, then I just do it by hand. That's all I got to do. Well, you're pretty crafty too. And I think, you gave me a good idea for like making skirts around stuff. I did do that for my bathroom sink because it's a, just a sink, you know, not connected to a counter, and you can see all the piping and stuff. So I had for this white thing right here that I made to go across there, and because this curtain was just like that much too short for the sides. I mean, it's like perfect right in the window size, but it still has a little space and everything. So that's why I put that there. But that one did not work. I didn't get it long enough, and I thought, God, now what am I going to use this for? So I got the you know, that 3M Velcro stuff that you can hang pictures up on the wall and everything. So I got one of those and sewed it to the material, and had it where it is stuck to the sink. So my sink is covered. It's hard to get out. But you know, I didn't think about it for the thing my microwave is sitting on. And you know, do you use elastic for that? I mean, the way yours was, it just slides up and down, kind of like the mini blind almost. Yeah, exactly. Great to. Ooh, I wonder if that's what it was, the white trumpet lily. Yeah, so what I was asking if when I saw the pictures of it when you had it finished and it was up and then it was down, but then you had it kind of in the middle. Um, how did you get that to stay so like I guess solid around the edges? Because I don't remember if that thing is like, was it just elastic? Oh, elastic. Ooh, okay. That's a good idea. So yeah, when I do that, I'll like show it to you or probably be like, ah, help. Okay. On the corners. That is a good idea. I'm gonna write that down. Those things I always thought, I mean, for these, I thought you can only use them for hanging up pictures. Nope. They've got many uses. So, which I thought that was pretty cool. Plus the elastic, like the, okay. Yeah, that is just like, I mean, I think it makes things look a lot neater instead of like, you know, I have this box of stuff. The box don't look like crap, but with it under there, it makes it look like crap. It's just a box. Okay, I'll go and put that in your MeWe or chat on MeWe, and so that way you can do that. That's pretty cool. And then I can text you back silly pictures. Let me cross in my eyes. No. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that will be. Yeah, me too. I have the unlimited. It's a lot cheaper in the end because I had like um God, what is it called? It's like you can only do so much, and then when you go over that, you have to pay. Well, when I would lose internet or Wi-Fi here, I didn't realize that my phone was being charged. You know, I guess I was blind, but I didn't have any idea that I was getting like charged for all the extra because of that and stuff. And it was like ended up being like twice as much unlimited, and I won't be paying, you know, twice as much every time. So, oh, okay, yeah, Yep, I got unlimited. It's a lot cheaper for sure that way. I'm with Verizon. Soon I'll be getting a new phone. Oh. I just watched actually the video, and I think there's an update on that. But it's very interesting. I mean, I don't know what to think because, you know, Hillary and Bill was just seen in, was it Puerto Rico or somewhere? And so I don't know. I know it was definitely weird whenever she collapsed at the 9/11 ceremony a couple of years ago, and a little bit later came out just fine. That was weird, you know, but I know there was prayer target against, I don't know if you know who Mark Taylor is, but that day they were doing target prayer against the corrupt people and telling them they, you know, or saying they're going to fall. And I don't remember what the prayer was, but 15 minutes after it was over, that's when Hillary collapsed and could not walk. She lost a shoe. Oh, so then you already know, huh? That was like crazy. I thought, you know, I like Mark Taylor, but in all the prophecies of the Bible, they don't rhyme. And so that is kind of weird to me. I'm not saying he's not a prophet, and I do believe the majority stuff of what he's saying. But some of it I think is strange because, you know, in like I was listening to one, it was supposed to be new, but it was like a same old broadcast, different day. And I know out of all the prophecies in the Bible, nowhere did God say, huh, I'm going to get, you know, whatever it was, but saying, ha, shame on them or whatever it was. I thought, that does not sound like something God would say, you know, and I know he's got to have a sense of humor. He put me here. So it's not like I don't believe what Mark Taylor says. You know, it's like a lot of what he has prophesied has come to pass. But just some of the wording he uses, I don't remember any. Yeah, it is. It is hard to know. So hard to know with some of these things. Yes, because like I was saying, it doesn't rhyme any of his prophecies. There's, I don't recall, and if I'm wrong, please let me know, but I don't recall any of them rhyming. And I wish I could remember exactly what he was saying, but it was like, I think talking about the Pope or something, and he was like, ha. And I'm thinking, that does not sound like God's words to me. I'm sorry, it just don't. And, you know, so I don't know. It's, you know, some of the press is starting to come around, but you know, evil people made prophecies too. Thank you for that, Deanna. That actually made me feel better about that for the ha thing. So thank you. Because I was thinking that just don't sound like God's words, you know, and everything. But you know, I had almost the same vision he did about President Trump. With he was sitting there watching TV, and I was sitting there watching TV, and you know, I don't know what was said. I think he already said he was going to run, but there was a, or President Trump was on TV, and I just looked and said, "That's our president." But he was like, "Why? What makes you think that?" I said, "He just looks like the president. He just looks like he just looks the part, and Hillary didn't, and everything." So, I mean, it was weird, and my mailbox on me, well, you said it was full, but I went and looked, and I was like, where is my mailbox? And maybe I don't know where it is. If it's like where it says chat group and all of that, but I'll go definitely back and look and see if I can find the mailbox, and find it. But, even back when, I'm ashamed to say the first time Obama ran, I voted for him. And almost immediately, I regretted it because I was, blinded by all this bull crap they were putting out there. And then I was just angry all the time because I saw what is, one of the first things is whenever I saw Obama bring the Chinese people into where our defenses are and stuff and show them everything, I thought, what are you doing that for? But he was always one to, tell the enemy what we were going to do before we did it too. So. Oh. You know what? I have not received that yet. I went and checked yesterday and I didn't have anything. I still haven't even gotten my pockets Constitution from Pete yet, so it might be this mail runs a little slow. So that could be. I sent you a chat, but your real mailbox. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Then I was saying that right. I misread a lot, so I have to do it a couple of times. I failed that miserably in school because of my dyslexia. Whenever they have, like, somebody will post something that almost every word is unspelled or spelt wrong in there, I can read those like that and tell you exactly what it is. I mean, it's just weird. But I'm ready for work. I'm just waiting for 3 o'clock to get here pretty much. But yeah. So I wish there's a person on YouTube that keeps putting out the same interviews with Mark Taylor. I mean, it's the same old ones, and it's like, I get to a point where I'm like, do I even want to listen to what Mark Taylor has to say? Because if this person keeps putting out the exact same video that they have been. I don't look too wrinkled, do I? This is kind of a wrinkly. It's kind of a mini skirt dress, but I've got jeans on under it because I'm too old to wear a mini. Yeah. It's like, even when it says new up here, it's like, that's not new. It's old. So, but I probably do need to get off here, take out my trash, and maybe I'll get all that stuff out of my chair. I don't know why I do that. Well, I do because there's just not much space here, so I end up putting everything in one spot. 2017, yeah, exactly. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Back when Obama, after he was showing the Chinese all of our military defenses and, controls and everything, I was just like, couldn't figure out why he was doing that. And then a while later, I don't know if it's the next day, the next week, or whatever, but I was like, oh, I cannot listen to this guy. Of course, Obama was on TV conning the nation. But so I stood up and I started to walk away, and all of a sudden I saw Obama and this beastie looking creature merge into one thing. And I was like, I mean, I understood as, okay, he is doing the work of Satan. And, then all of a sudden he was so, I mean, he's a Muslim born one and everything. So it just opened my eyes to see that stuff after I realized, all that, because I was like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, he is working for the devil. And then after that is whenever there was some pictures coming out where it looked like he had horns. And I was like, I mean, it was just more confirmation for me, you know. And then getting the video of Jesus saying it is time, not back in 2010. And I was like, time for what? To take Brandon to school? I mean, I felt this big and just like, I knew what time it was. I mean, so that's why I think a lot of this, that we are living in the tribulation already. And at the end, when Satan's going to be here, that's whenever the really, really bad stuff is going to happen. Like, you know, if it was in the days of Noah and the days of Sodom and Gomorrah, you know, we already see the homosexuality and just the ungodliness, ugly of Satan's world. And God, I'm pulling a Nancy Pelosi because I forgot what my point of that was. Oh, so the real ugly is gonna come, like the giant. You know, I don't know if you watch L.A. Marzulli or Steve Quell or any of them, and you know, Steve, he's kind of out there too, but he's had predictions, I guess, that especially with the you know, he said a long time ago, they're going to make robots for people to have sex with, and now they're doing it. So, you know, you can't just throw everything out. But you know, L.A. Marzulli and Steve Quell both have had interviews with guys that have seen the actual giants, like of the Bible. You know, 15 feet tall, and I guess the tallest would have been 36 feet tall. It is creepy. And if you've not seen the Kandahar giant with L.A. Marzulli, go watch that. I flat out asked him if they had heard about that. He was like, oh yeah. So that gave me chills, y'all. Oh my gosh. So I do believe that stuff is there. Why is all the military people going to Antarctica? You know, there's supposed to be something there. I got to tell y'all okay, I will send you a link. Yesterday, whenever I was met up with my friend, her house is haunted, okay? And so, and just because I can see stuff, you know, I don't think all psychic abilities are evil, because I don't use it for evil. I just see stuff, you know. I don't have to try. I mean, not like it happens all the time, but my friend was describing that she saw something walk, and it was like, oh, you know, she said it was a white light, you know, the color was white. When I saw it, I think for me to know what the entity is, or energy or whatever, you know, I see it in like dark, and just that, you know. And so I was like, was it like this? And I walked across the door. She got goosebumps so bad. She said, Sonia, that just creeping me out. That is exactly. Look, I got goosebumps from that. And then I got goosebumps from it. It gave me goosebumps right now, just for talking about it. And so it was really weird. And, you know, all I told her was, I think it was something just passing through your house. Nothing stayed. It was just passing through. And, you know, I always have to tell people, if that stuff scares them, if they don't want it there, they have the authority in the name of Jesus Christ to get rid of it and order them out of their life, out of their house, out of their space. And so, you know, you just have to do that. And I told her not to worry about it, but if it happened again, you know, do that if they get frightened or something, you know, or if they don't even know what it is. But, you know, I was like, he's got hair like this, just real short. And she was like, yeah. So it kind of freaked her out, but, you know, she knew I could already do that and stuff. But, So maybe my purpose for being able to do that is to help people get through it and tell them what to do. Always, even with aliens, in the name of Jesus Christ, they will bow. They have to leave you alone. So, so it's crazy. So that's another thing that happened to me yesterday whenever I met up with my friend. It's and kind of why I want, because sometimes I feel like something is just passing through my house, and because there's so much quartz and sandstone and stuff up here, that holds a lot of energy. And so, the majority of it, I don't think it's a ghost at all. It's just leftover energy from whatever was in this area before. So, but that's kind of why I want my laptop pointing that way, because whenever you think you see something just walking by, hey mama, this is Deanna, this is Ask Mama channel. Glad you finally caught me here. But so yeah, and Deanna, the Ask Mama channel, she is like a huge patriot too, so that is pretty awesome. I don't know if she's made it over to Pete Santilli or not, but yeah, they do. They, I don't think there's a little devil behind every corner, every bush, waiting. But sometimes I wonder if there is, because, they do want to, they're after Christians more than anything, because they just want to destroy all good. I don't know. Oh, you know what, Mama, two of his channels have been shut down. If you go to me, oh gosh, Deanna, help me. It's eMilitia TV. Then, or if you go on like the Pete Santilli too, there is a link that'll go right to where he is now, but it's eMilitia TV, I think, on YouTube. Or I think he said yesterday, if you go to PeteTV.com, it should get you right into, I think. Is that right, Deanna? Pete Live TV. Thank you. Woo! Deanna gets one of those. I'm going to have fun at work tonight. I can already tell. Abel Danger and Hagman report. Abel Danger. I don't think I've heard of him, but I'm going to write that down. Mama, are you on MeWe at all? And have you seen, what's that guy's name? David Zublik or something? He's very interesting too. The Hagmans, I got upset with them once, so I haven't really, if Steve Quell or Ellie Marzulli is on there, I'll watch. But I was in the chat one time, Sonia, milk. And I was like, no, don't keep them on the milk. Give them the meat. And so I kind of got mad that that he said that, and I thought, that's just keeping people at a fourth grade level. You need to be more than just milk. And so I kind of tease them and say nose breathing Joe and stuttering Doug. But I do still want them to do well. I don't ever tell people don't go watch them because I'm mad at something they said. I do too. And I was just telling Deanna about the Kandahar giant. So that was, I'm going to give her a link in MeWe. And if you're not on MeWe, you should go over there. There's a lot of like-minded patriots. Yes. everyone is on a different level for sure. But I think it's wrong to keep people on milk. And if you're saying milk, milk, that's like, don't say anything that, oh gosh, I'm not wording this right at all. Might be, don't give them too much information at one time, maybe. I don't know. But I think if, you blast out all this stuff, they might be thinking, oh, what is that all about? I gotta know. So I know. I mean, they're sweet, and I was totally surprised, and I thought, I just I just got sour on that thing. And like I said, I don't, tell people not to go watch, because they do bring a lot of great people. And I subscribe to Paul McGuire too. They do bring a lot of good people on their show. And they're definitely patriots and everything. And, I just need to forget that and not let that stuff bug me so much. And, I'm terrible at letting little stuff like that get to me. But I think, why would you want to keep the person on the milk and not let them hear anything that's above that? Get that meat. Gotta have my meat. Trey Smith, I think we talked about this once. I like what he does, and his documentaries are amazing. It's just, and I do watch some of his stuff. It's just hard getting over the stuff he does. It just drives me crazy sometimes. And I have to overlook that. You know what I mean? But yes, I do. He does put out great. And Deanna, if you haven't seen Just Informed Talk, I got to write that one down too. Able Danger and Just Informed Talk. But I do like Trace. He does so well on his documentaries. They are like award for sure. He makes a lot of stuff make sense, but I just don't like that stuff he does. It's just so weird to me. You know what I mean? Sorry, I cannot help that. Yeah, you just have to, look over that stuff. But if you look at the stuff he is presenting, it is definitely really, it's amazing stuff. And Deanna, if you have not seen, God, there's one that he put, the first one I saw, oh my gosh, it was talking about the giants. Wait, I don't think it's the God in a Nutshell, but there was like a documentary he put out that was talking about the giants and in times we live in. I think it might have been his first one. And I think it's like Nephilim. Ah! Okay, that's my own homework for Tuesday night, unless I get on here tomorrow before I go to work again. But I'll have to look that up, because that is like really, really good. And it is really good. You just got to overlook all the stuff he does and the reactions he has. And I thought that dude is full of crap. Then I saw him on, I think, the Jim Baker show. He is just really like that. I mean, he just is really like that. And but it was just so strange with all the, it was different. And so you just have to overlook that. But the work he does is amazing and award worthy for sure. All right, Deanna, and I'm getting ready to go too. I probably should have some grub before I go to work, and then I'll be good for the day. Had me a biscuits, a sausage biscuit with cheese on it. Oh man, a little bit of mustard, so good. So I'll eat my lunch before I go in, and I'll be good to go, and then I'll just eat candy the rest of the night. No, I'm teasing. I rarely will eat candy at work. You know, I'll go, there's a couple of pieces that I really like, but bye, Deanna. Thanks for stopping in. Girl, you have a great day and a good week at work. I'll see you on Tuesday, and I'll send the stuff in your MeWe. Okay. There we go. I had to make sure I wrote that down. So, yeah, Mama, Deanna lives in Colorado, and she don't live in Colorado. I do. She lives in Minnesota where it's freezing up there. And she's a very crafty person too, and has a greenhouse. Sorry, Dan, I don't know. You're probably gone, but I'm sharing your greenhouse. So she's growing all kinds of veggies and stuff like that in her greenhouse. And I love getting those updates. And I'm so ready for fresh fruits and vegetables. So ready. So Mama, I go on live stream. I'm going to start doing it Tuesday through Friday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and do this. And I was doing it on, but I get so drained from doing it that I had to like change my timing and days and stuff, where it's just like only those few days on my days off. And like today, with me going in for the evening shift, then I'll just be so out of whack that, you know, be messed up with my scheduling and everything. So I just thought it would be better if I just do it on Tuesday through Friday. So if you ever want to come in, oh, you know what? I want to make you a moderator too. Just because I love my mama. Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me try this one. Wait. Why is it not working? It's weird. I'll have to do it later because for some reason it's not letting me add a moderator. That is so weird. Huh. Let's see. Oh, this is not letting me do anything. Huh. Well, next time you come in, I'm going to make you a moderator so that way you can keep an eye on things for me. Deanna and Cole do a pretty good job of it. But I want all my favorite people to be moderators and stuff and everything. So that's why I want you to be a moderator, Mama. All right. Well, I think I will get my lunch and take out my garbage before I go to work. The never ending stuff to do. So I do this instead so I don't have to do any of that. Oh, that's a joke. But all right. Well, I will see you guys later. And if you have any good movies for me to watch, suggest them for me. And I love doing movies. We'll see what happens. All right. God bless you guys. Remember, Team Jesus.